Welcome to part 50 of Persona 5 Royal. In the last episode, we basically have a new member, and we also unlocked Kaneshiro's palace entirely, but unfortunately we cannot use Temperance! Oh, this is some bullcrap. We could use her for house cleaning. We could use her for cooking when she gets a higher level, but we can't use her in certain events. This is bullshit. Well, we're not at the point where she can make curry. Not yet. If the game would have allowed me to, I would have more than likely gotten to the point where I could have her make curry, but no. Well, at least there's ingredients here, and we could actually cook curry. And there's... Oh, I did not know apples was a secret ingredient for curry. Go figure. So, with that said, curry is definitely... Well, Japanese-made curry is tasty. The only thing I gotta watch out for is the carrots. That's all. That's the main thing to watch out for. Because, yeah, I do have an allergy to carrots. Anyway, with that said, we got Master Curry made, and now, cutscene.
A motorcycle-shaped persona, huh? You know, I can turn into a car too, so it's like I feel a sense of familiarity. You just don't get it. Don't underestimate the power of four-wheel drive. Well, motorcycles are nice too, but it can't carry large numbers of people. I really am special after all. Huh? Carry? No. Take somewhere? Something just crossed my mind. It's no use. I can't remember it all. There's nothing I can do about it if I can't remember. I need to concentrate on Kaneshiro for now. Unlike you guys, Makoto's clever, so we can expect great things from her. But man, you really do have something special. Looks like I better step up my game too.
Finally, the Simp Cat actually levels up. And he'll only level up more when we actually defeat Kaneshiro. So yeah, this Simp is now got negotiations. Or should I say a negotiation counter when things go awry. Which, unfortunately, doesn't carry over in New Game Plus, but the Permapick does. Still is a Simp.
I know. After we deal with Kaneshiro, I should consult her about mementos too. I'm sure Makoto's brain can... Hello? We got Yusuke, and now Makoto. This guy has quite the luck. Could there be some reason for it? Nah, that can't be.
Oh, his simpery gets worse. Much worse. Later on, I can assure you that.
I'm sorry for asking you here like this.
Oh no, it isn't a problem. I actually find it refreshing to be asked to the student council room, although it's somewhat nerve-wracking as well.
I think I'm a bit nervous myself. Anyway, I wanted to apologize. I'm really sorry for everything.
What do you mean?
You know, how I blamed you for Kamoshida's sexual harassment? Well, I wanted to apologize for that. I've honestly been meaning to this whole time.
Takamaki-san.
I realized later that Shiho was calling out for me, and I wasn't there to help her. I didn't want to admit my own guilt. so I took it out on you, Nijima-senpai. I'm very sorry.
Hey, there is no need for that. In fact, I think the two of us are pretty similar.
Huh?
I was unable to save anyone. Not Suzui-san, and not any of Kaneshiro's victims. I kept telling myself I wasn't at fault because I was simply following orders. But that was all a lie. I felt like I would be admitting my own worthlessness had I not shifted the blame off of myself. Fear of that worthlessness was probably why I acted so harshly toward you and your friends. I'm deeply sorry as well.
I see. In that case, wanna call it even?
Even? You're right. How about we leave this conversation in the past?
Mm-hmm. Oh, but one more thing. You're not worthless, Nijima-senpai. You were a bit reckless, but you're the reason we found a way into Kaneshiro's palace. And you even obtained the power to change people's hearts. You did that all yourself, Nijima-senpai.
That way of thinking is very much like you, Takamaki-san. When you confronted me about Suzui-san, I realized how dishonest and small I was. You're always very direct. That's what helped me finally realize the error of my ways. It turns out I'm a little slow on the uptake at times. Hey, can I call you On?
Yeah! I'm going to do the same. Makoto. Ah, that's so embarrassing.
How about we get something to eat before we go home for the night?
Oh, I know a place. There's a crepe shop at Central Street that totally stuffs their crepes.
Do you want to split one?
Let's each get a whole one, and then we can go half and half on those.
Oh, yes, let's. After school today, right?
Well, Makoto and An make very, very quick friends. And let me assure you, the anime put more emphasis on Makoto and An's patching up and reconciliation, as those two were practically destroying most of Kaneshiro's bank in the anime. So, yeah, at least we could give them that. The anime is a little bit more concise in some parts and not concise in others. I mean, they literally skip past Futaba's dungeon. But whatever the case, we're about to get another chalk to the face from Ushimaru. And I epically dodge with Ultra Instinct. That's because my proficiency is high. But still, I dodged with Ultra Instinct.
Hey!
Yeah, but the thing is, Noctis did it first. Anyway, we've gotten some charm points for that, so at least it's good. Oh, and by the way, we also promised to go over to the hideout to get started on the palace. So our deadline is literally July 4th. And again, now would be a good time, actually this point in time, to write the Phantom Thieves logo on the chalkboard. But here's the thing. You won't start getting guts points until after September. That's when you're going to start getting guts. So, on that note, let's go on ahead and let's see who's... Oh, Ryuji's got one. And Maruki is still locked until September. I still got to go to Mementos for her. So, with that said, let's go on ahead and meet up with Ryuji. I think this would bring him up to rank 8. Meaning we're almost done with him, and we should have been done with him a long time ago, to be honest with you. But for some reason, Royal keeps it to where we won't be able to hang out with everyone so easily. But I think we're going to probably max out Ryuji by the time we're done with the entirety of the Kaneshiro arc. So on that note, we're going to hang out with Ryuji in the courtyard. And, of course, he also called Nakaoka and Takeishi over so that these two will finally bury the hatchet. So, with that said, it will be in your best interest to pick the first option, because the second option is not going to get you as much in your confidant rank. Well, at least in Persona 5. 5 Royal, it doesn't matter. So, with that said, these two are coming over, and remember that recording we took in rank 7? Well, it's about to expose Yamauchi as a complete and utter asshole that he is. And also, that confidant rank did actually have some sort of mention in the anime too. I mean, it was short, but yeah, it was some sort of mention as well. So, with that said, Takeichi was trying to be the rat so that he could actually have some sort of talent, because he has expectations, because his father was a collegiate runner. That's what it is. I was going to say college bound, but I meant to say collegiate. That's what I meant to say. And I stuttered a little bit. But whatever the case, both are angry at Ryuji because of him not standing up to Kamoshida. Or more like to him standing up to Kamoshida and they couldn't. Which dissolved the run team. But Ryuji, quite frankly, has understood that his actions was all to actually get baited out by Kamoshida, but in the end, he finally figured out to live free. So that is a good thing. So now, the next thing they're going to do is, more importantly, try to at least bury the hatchet. And at least he's got them to bury the hatchet to a degree. And Ryuji just went there and signed his death warrant by literally encouraging his former teammates to beat the shit out of him. Oh god! Oh, they're gonna jump him! Man, they're gonna beat this man half to death. And, oh yeah, they actually showed that off too in the anime. Literal lefts and rights. I mean, Takeichi literally got in a good body blow over to Ryuji. And they even punched the man in the nose. Jeez. So, with that said, the first answer for the second question is things turn out for the better. He got the shit kicked out of him though. And, the first answer for that also, all I did was watch. So here you go. Here are the answers that will get Ryuji to rank 8. And we only got 2 more ranks left before we are done. And mind you, we have insta-kill available. So, yeah. If you start seeing me taking down enemies with insta-kill, you'll know why. Oh, and the second answer is the best answer too. So, on that note, well, there you go right there. We've got rank 8, and now Ryuji can endure a critical blow that would otherwise insta-kill you for 1 hit. Unfortunately, endure does not work if you're turned into a rodent. I might as well point that out now. Because once you're a rodent, yeah, you are pretty much dead. There's nothing you can do. And there's no way to cure it either. It doesn't even cure on its own, unfortunately. But whatever the case, now we can literally go to level 9. So second option is what you're going to choose to get some more points right here. This option. And with that, now the next time you ever see Ryuji, if the story doesn't supersede anything, you are going to pretty much be ready for rank 9 and eventually maxing out Ryuji, which is a good thing, because once Ryuji's maxed out and he gets his trickster persona, everyone else will fall in line. Again, strength is the first one I've already maxed out, at least. And my controller is being stupid. Again. So, on that note, let's try to get as much done as I can.
When your position changes, your view of the world changes too. It's a
And,
shift in
oh
cognition.
god, I think this was a, oh, this isn't a talking point. No, this isn't a talking point.
Let's do this.
So, I guess we can... Is there anything we could do right now? Oh! We could play some pool! Now that we've got Makoto, we could definitely play some pool and raise our technical up. That will definitely help us out. Come on. Let's go to darts and billiards. Because eventually, we'll have to meet up with Akechi again. And I think it'll be somewhere in July. So with that said, let's play some billiards because we don't have Makoto as a confidant rank yet. And since we've got the lucky Q, no, I think we got the long Q, and also we read expert billiards, you're probably gonna see me do some really skillful shots. So anyone that's my confidant is going to get some sort of points towards their confidant for me doing this. And also my technical level will be up by level 2 by the time I'm done. Alright. Let's score one good shot. Ooh! Glorious!
You did it!
And after clearing all those shots,
I knew you could do it.
we managed to get technical rank 2. We just need to get it to technical rank 4. So, once it's at rank 3, the knockdown damage and the knockdown state and the damage will become even more greater. And the higher we are at technical, the easier it is going to be to defeat a good number of enemies. And that includes the Okamura fight. Trust me, you're going to need high technical for that, as well as high baton pass. So on that note, after hanging out with everybody, I think we might end up having to go to the palace this time. Oh, I thought we had to go to the palace today, but I guess not. It's the following day. So basically, we have 20 days left before Kaneshiro pretty much blackmails Makoto into sex slavery. No, seriously, that's what he does. And now I kind of get why they scrubbed any and all of the unused content of Kaneshiro. Still, the fact that they kept Kamoshida is one thing, but they just scrubbed Kaneshiro completely for the same thing is totally an asinine.
Good morning. I've been thinking a lot about personas and palaces since yesterday. That floating bank really reflects Kaneshiro's personality. He's flying around so no one can trace his steps. He doesn't trust anyone. I bet security's tight in there too. That's why we should get moving soon. Why don't we go to the palace today? Great. I'll leave my schedule open after school, so we should all get together.
Well, now we'll be going to the palace after school. So, let's go on ahead and do just that. Of course, we'll have another text conversation as everybody's trying to get comfortable with Makoto, because Makoto is now the new member of the team. So, on that note, it's time for you to bear witness to the ultimate form of simpery I have ever seen in my life.
Eureka! Curious, huh? Well, I've come up with a super cool idea. Lady Ann will surely swoon for me if I...
Sorry for the wait. So, what's up, Morgana? You were talking about me?
Well... it's something I've been giving a lot of thought lately. Now that we've all gained some experience in battle, I think it'd be good for us to work on our finishers.
Our finishers? Yeah. I guess if we're going to keep fighting, we ought to do it with style.
Right, right? So I came up with just the idea. It's maybe my best one yet, and we can definitely pull it off if you play a part in it, Lady Ann.
Me? Well, okay. What do you need me to do?
Now that's our Lady Ann. Quick on the uptake. What I had in mind was... and that should do the trick.
Really?
So is that a no?
Well, it's not that I don't want to. It's more like, isn't your idea sorta impossible? Even in the metaverse? Huh? What was that?
Sup?
I never imagined that I would end up helping the Phantom Thieves. Things would get interesting if my sister ever found out.
There's no time to be getting sentimental here.
Yes, I understand. I do have one request about all of this, though. Can you teach me how to be a Phantom Thief? Like, about the metaverse, for example?
Simply put, that world is formed of a person's cognition. There you can change people's hearts.
Yeah, I've gathered that much just from going there once. But the method of transportation still eludes me. I mean, it's a smartphone navigation app.
You only need a name, a location, and a distortion. After the first entry, the palace is bookmarked.
You really just make it sound like an ordinary app. Aren't there any dangers associated with it?
Don't worry about that. We've already been a bunch of times and
That's not what I mean. It's a navigation app, right? Couldn't someone easily access our history on the server? Wait, why are you looking at me like that? Has nobody thought of this before?
now she's catching me off guard too.
And we don't know where it came from, right? It showed up on my phone without any input from me. Do you know anything about it? You sound pretty confident in that answer.
I don't fully understand, but I don't think we have to worry about people accessing our data. From what I can tell, this app is incredibly special. It wasn't made by any ordinary means.
True. An app that allows you to enter another world isn't exactly commonplace. Well, Sis doesn't know who the Phantom Thieves are, so I suppose our information is safe for now.
We're still learning things ourselves. I hope your sharp wit can help us with that.
Thank you. I'll do my best. More importantly, we need to stop him from releasing those photos. If the public gets a hold of them...
I could only imagine what would happen then.
Come on, we just gotta take care of him before the time limit. We'll bounce back from this. Plus, people will really start admiring us if we can manage to take this bastard down.
Yeah, this is the perfect opportunity. We have to succeed no matter what.
Oh, and by the way, in case you're wondering, what just happened earlier is going to be a mechanic that's going to show up in the palace. So with that said, let's go to said palace right now. Although that mechanic won't be showing up until the next part.
So what am I gonna be called? You all were using code names, weren't you?
You're quite perceptive.
This time's a hard one. Maybe something like, shoulder pads?
Why in the world did you focus on that?
I refuse to be called that.
What about Ryder?
Sounds too much like a smuggler. Next. Fixer? I'm not a mastermind, though. Next. Won't you give me something better to work with?
She reminds me of an empress. You got anything, Joker?
Whoa, I totally see it.
It fits so well that I'm at a loss for words here.
Queen. It has a nice ring to it. I like it. Let's go with that. Now then, could you explain to me the strategy for this mission?
Strategy?
You don't have one? Wait, the Phantom Thieves were acting without any plans?
We pretty much look around the area. I provide navigation when needed. And then,
If we'd run into Shadows, we'd beat the shit out of him.
Very well then. I feel like I'll be useful for sure. Seems my role is to be the brain of this team. I'll analyze Mona's information and give out orders. Any objections?
None, Queen!
I bet Skull's definitely the type that'll be under a girl's thumb.
Mona, will you begin navigating us?
yes, Queen!
Him too, it seems.
The simping! The simping is real! And so too will our infiltration of Kaneshiro's palace. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you all in the next episode of Persona 5 Royal, as we are going to be finding a way to get into Kaneshiro's palace because Kaneshiro's palace has been boarded off. This is RFman985. Peace out and take care. See you in part 51.